sitting, finding a space where maybe you're sitting on a little block or raising your hips up a little bit, and then just bringing the hands down so the palms press and the thumbs press together. And then just start to feel that the spreading out of the fingertips is giving you a little access to the hands that you might not have had before. And then on the inhale, do a little lift and press into the palms. And then let the hips shift back. Now bring the hands so that they press, the pinky fingers come together to touch. And then start to press the palms in and do a little lift again. Little lift, and then a little set back. Little lift, and a little sit back. There we go. So we just start to move that energy around through the hands a little bit. Now the fun part. Backs of the hands to the floor so that the thumbs together touch, but the backs of the hands press into the earth. So now it's going to be a little more challenging to find that space, but you're going to inch the hips back and feel the opening through the front of the wrists. So if you ever have wrist issues, elbow, shoulder, carpal tunnel, if you're typing, texting, anything for too long, this is a really good way to open that up. So keep letting the hips shift back, breathe in, separate the fingers as wide as you can, and just feel that the backs of the wrists are opening. And then take your time, come back up to center, and just roll the wrists around a few times. Finding a space where when you roll the wrists around, you just start to notice that everything starts to open. It gets a little easier for you to move the energy through the wrists, through the forearms, finding just a little bit of space there. That's really all you need is space. Then take your time and move the knees wide to move into child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Inch the hips back and then start to reach the arms forward. So now you're just stretching from the fingertips to the wrists to the elbows to the shoulders. Let the arms reach forward. Let the hips drift back towards your heels. Forehead to the floor, letting go of the back of the neck, head, and shoulders. When it feels good, start to walk the upper body over to the right. Lower the left elbow. Let the left ear drop towards the left shoulder. Reach the left arm as far out to the right as you can. Take a big breath here. Feel the left shoulder drop. Press into the right fingertips. That'll help the left shoulder to lower a little more. So gentle opening of the shoulders, the wrists, the forearms, elbows, everything through the upper body that needs a little extra attention that we often neglect. Take 2 more breaths. Reach a little farther over, lower through the left shoulder, stretch through the left hand. Try to feel like you're reaching over to the right corner of your mat. And then lower the left elbow and shoulder a little more. Keep breathing in. If you're able to press into the right fingertips, do that to draw the right shoulder back and keep reaching through the left. Just finding space where the body will let you in. Keep reaching through the left arm. Lower the left shoulder. Take 1 more breath. And then slowly and gently on the inhale, come back to center. Reach through the arms. Let the shoulders drop. Let the upper body let go. Breathe in. And then slowly walk the upper body over to the left. Lower through the right shoulder. Right ear towards the mat. Straightening the right arm as much as you can so you feel like the right side is letting you in. You lower through the right shoulder, keep reaching through the right fingertips, right ear towards the floor. Feel like the breath is letting you in. So maybe you take a deeper inhale just to notice how deep the breath can go to create the space for you. Lower through the right shoulder a little more, keep reaching through the right fingertips. Breathe into the space, take 1 more deep breath. By now you might be noticing the energy in your knees and ankles. Just celebrate the sensation. Gently come back to center. Take your time and then slowly come onto the elbows. Now gently begin to straighten the legs all the way back behind you. So you find yourself in Sphinx pose. So we got all the energy moving through the wrists and the forearms for the warm-up. Now scoot the hips back enough that the hips drop down towards the floor. Grab opposite elbows with your fingertips. So fingertips grab the elbows so you know the shoulders are shoulder width apart. And then work the palms down. Keeping the elbows directly underneath the shoulders, press through the palms, take your time, and just let your head drop. Feel the shoulders pull back away from the ears. Feel the chin tuck into the chest. Now, without moving your feet, let your heels fall wider so the hips drop a little deeper. You'll feel the legs fall heavier, the hips sink a little easier. Keep pulling the shoulders back and let the head drop and just start to notice the opening through the back of the neck and shoulders. Let the head hang heavy like the chin's pulling into the chest. When it feels good, right ear to the right shoulder, chin lifts slightly. And then exhale, gently, chin falls into the chest, left ear to left shoulder, chin lifts slightly. Take your time, roll the head down into the chest and right ear to right shoulder. One more time, chin back into the chest and the left ear to the left shoulder. And then when you're ready, come back to center and just let the head hang. Feel the weight into the elbows and forearms. Pull the shoulders back a little more. Just let gravity do the work. So you feel yourself resting into the elbows. Feel the shoulders pulling back away from the ears. Feel the chin tucking into the chest. And just notice all the areas of the body that you have control over. So you can draw the chin in a little deeper. You can let the heels draw a little wider. You can pull the shoulders back away from the ears a little more. But then everything else kind of has to fall into place. So there's no real efficient focus of energy if you're focusing on something you can't actually control. So thinking about prioritizing where you invest your energy, making certain where you're investing your energy is actually something you have control over, which really is just limited to us. So try to focus on just the alignment of energy and space through the shoulders and neck. Then gently draw the elbows wide and do a little groan. Take your time, let the arms come all the way wide on the floor. So you feel that the arms are wide so that the fingertips are pointed away, palms pressed down, wrists in line with the shoulders, and just take your time feeling that your body is reaching out wide. Try to reach both arms out as long as you can so that you feel the front of the body getting a little attention. Right palm stays where it is, left fingertips under your left shoulder. So we're going to open up the energy through the right shoulder and the right wrist. Keep the right hand down. Left fingertips under the left shoulder and slowly roll over the right side of the body. So you might just start with the knees bent. That's beautiful. Maybe you'll bring the left foot to the floor and work your right foot inside of the left thigh. That's perfect if that feels good to you. If for any reason it's too much, modify so that it's comfortable. You're better off being comfortable than just fighting through the confrontation. Let your right ear come to the floor. If you're ready for a little more, the left arm can come behind your back so it tucks behind your left hip. Just find where your body can let you in. So it might be right here where you just let the shoulder stack, let the left shoulder draw back, and just allow the breath to get in a little deeper. Feel the front of the right shoulder open. Feel the rise and fall of the breath, that you're creating this rhythm with the breath. And then just allow yourself to ease into it. So certainly at first it's a convoluted twist. It looks convoluted, it feels convoluted, everything about it feels complicated. But if you just approach it one breath at a time, one little movement at a time, then it doesn't feel so overwhelming. Maybe that's a good strategy for life, to just approach one thing at a time. One little sensation, one little movement, one thing at a time. Gift yourself 2 more deep breaths. Draw the left shoulder back, press into the right palm. Ease yourself in with each breath. Let the left knee drift out a little farther. Feel the opening through the front of the left hip. 2 more deep breaths. Every inhale and exhale, it should feel like it's opening the energy through the front of the right shoulder, all the way into the right elbow and into the right fingertips. Breathe in. 1 more inhale and exhale. And then whenever it feels good, release the right foot from the left inner thigh. Take your time. Slowly begin to roll back on the belly. Take your time. And then slowly reach the left arm forward and the right arm forward and stretch through the sides of the body. So you don't even realize where your body needs space until you give a little offering of space. Keep inching the arms forward. Take 1 big inhale and exhale. And then whenever it feels good, bring the left arm out to the left. Right fingertips under the right shoulder. And get the shoulders nice and open. Press into the left hand, right fingertips under the right shoulder, and gently rolling onto the left side. Just taking your time, being mindful of the energy, feeling the freedom to either keep the knees bent, bring the right foot to the floor and the left foot inside of the right thigh, finding a space where the body feels like it's comfortable. Even though it seems like a convoluted twist, it is, but you have the option to find comfort. When it feels good, if it feels good, bring the right arm behind your right hip and just let the right shoulder open up wide. Let the breath move through the spaces of the body that need more attention.
Let your focus and awareness of energy move into spaces that you actually have the opportunity to create change, so that you're not letting the opportunity slip through your fingers because you're focused in an area that you don't actually have influence over. If we're spending energy trying to change others, well, it's not going to be as productive as the time we spend trying to change ourselves. If we try to change a circumstance outside of us, well, probably the best way to do that is to be an example of the energy we want to see. So the more work we do on ourselves, the more we show up as an example of the energy we want, then we don't have to manipulate the things around us, because we've already set the trend, set the foundation. We've set the standard by our own behavior. Then we don't have to manipulate the things around us when we show up as an example of the energy we want within us. Take 2 or 3 long, deep breaths and just notice where the energy is moving through your body. Notice where the thoughts are drifting. And then allow yourself into a space where you gain access to something more productive. Once we become objective observers of our thoughts, we're evaluating and analyzing whether or not our belief systems are working for us. Then we start putting ourselves in a position where we're able to effectively analyze where we invest our energy. And is it worthwhile, the investment? Are we getting a return on the investment? And is the time and energy and effort we're investing creating the result that we intend? Take 2 more deep breaths. Maybe draw the right shoulder back a little more. Feel the energy move through the left shoulder and the left fingertips, reminding yourself of what you want. And then allowing for that space. Gently release the left foot from the right thigh. Take your time. Slowly begin to roll back onto the belly. Take your time. Groan a little with the effort. Reach the arms forward. Stretch through the sides of the body. Moan a little with the effort. Oh, it's better when you groan. Take your time. Feel the body's easing you in. 1 long breath at a time, and then when it feels good, keep the left arm where it is. Bring the right fingertips underneath the right shoulder and roll on to the left side. Roll onto the left side, hug the knees in. Press into the right fingertips, lift the upper body up. This is where it gets more exciting. Lean all the way into the left hand, and when it feels good, gently bring your left knee so it comes all the way up towards the left wrist. Ease yourself in. Take your time here. The right knee is going to stay bent behind us. We're going to ease our way into the left hip. Right knee's bent, right knee in line with the right hip, 90-degree angle, right ankle, right knee, right hip. Left knee, left hip, left heel, all in line with the front of the mat. Now exhale, just bring your belly down over your left thigh. Let your chin come past your left knee. And just let the upper body ease in. So as the elbows draw wide, the belly starts to rest over the left thigh. It doesn't mean it has to touch, but you just start to ease in. The blessing of having the left thigh underneath the belly is that it gives you the opportunity to let your arms draw a little wider and feel safe. So it doesn't feel like you're going to just fall forward. It feels like there's something cushioning you. You're between your left thigh and your heart coming in front of the left knee. Draw the elbows a little wider. Let the shoulders drop. And just give yourself 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Every inhale and exhale, the body's easing you in. So you notice there's a slow, steady rise and fall of the breath. Notice that the elbows can draw a little wider. The shoulders can drop a little deeper. Everything can move 1 breath at a time. So you start to find this rhythm, this energy of the breath. So maybe you allow the inhale to come in a little deeper and then feel the body move. Allow the exhale to release you a little farther. Allow the body just to settle in. Keep finding that rhythm. And then notice that as you work on the inhale and exhale, you start to distract yourself a little from whatever the physical sensation is in the body. Start to look at your left big toe. As it feels good, start to inch the upper body towards the left big toe. Start to work your left ear towards your left big toe. It doesn't mean it has to touch today, but you should be working towards it. So one day your left ear will touch your left big toe, and you'll certainly be very impressed with yourself when that day happens. But the work is not to force it in, not to fight it, not to muscle it, not to struggle. just to ease in, one breath at a time. Keep working the left ear closer. Draw the elbows a little wider. Let the heart drop a little deeper. Breathe in. Keep finding space for the body to open. Keep finding an awareness of that inhale and exhale. And just allowing yourself into the space you're creating. Big inhales and exhales. Try to inch the left ear a little closer. Feel that one day the left ear will rest on the left big toe. Even if it still feels far away, just keep inching a little closer. Ease yourself in. 3 more quality breaths here. Think about the upper body getting closer. Think about the back of the neck releasing, the shoulders dropping. Everything easing you in. And then you don't have to struggle and fight so much to get there. Give yourself 1 more big deep breath. And then as it feels good, slowly lift the upper body up to center. So we're easing in. Lean into the left hand. Gently bring the right leg all the way out to the right. Oh, so now we're sitting up straight, easing in. Square the shoulders over the right leg. Take your time. Look over the right shoulder. On the exhale, start to bring the upper body down so that you're easing into the right hamstring. Elbows on either side of the right leg. Forehead just dropping towards the right knee. Now, it doesn't matter how close you get, but at some point your left hand's going to make its way towards the right heel. It's getting close. Draw the left ear towards the right knee. It's getting close. So you start off just easing yourself in, positioning the shoulders. Then you start to explore, well, how much space can you create while you're here? But as long as the shoulders are square over the right leg, you're going to feel something. If you can straighten the left arm a little more than the right, well, you'll certainly feel something. If you can bring the belly down closer to the right thigh, you'll feel something. So you notice that as long as you're positioned properly, as long as the alignment is right, you're going to feel something. Now it's just up to you to decide how intense of a feeling you're going to create. So if you're really wanting something more, flex the right toes back towards the face, and that will intensify things. Start to reach the fingertips closer to the right heel. That will intensify things. Try to lower the left elbow and the left shoulder inside of the right thigh, and, well, things will intensify. Just keep breathing in, noticing that the upper body will let you in. Notice that the left elbow and left shoulder drop. Try to bring the left ear to the right knee. Flex the right toes back towards the face. 3 more breaths. Feel the right hip pull back. Feel the left arm reach forward. Feel the belly drop over the right thigh. And just notice that the body's easing you in, that the mind's letting go, that you're able to create space that might not have existed before. Take 1 more breath. Flex the right toes back. It should be very exciting. And then gently, this is where it's going to get good. Right arm inside of the right thigh. Press the right palm down. Draw the left shoulder back. So just here, if you look up to the sky past the left shoulder, it'll open the shoulder a little more. Press into the right hand when you're ready. Left arm over the left ear, palm facing down. Try to draw the left shoulder back so you gain access to the left hip and lower back. Draw the left shoulder back so much that when you reach the left hand out of the left shoulder, you feel it all the way in the left hip. Now press into the right fingertips. Press into the right hand to draw the left shoulder back. Look up, take 2 more breaths. Press into the right hand, draw the left shoulder back, keep looking up, another breath. Every single breath, if you reach through that right hand, you're going to feel the space to the left side. 1 more breath. Press into the right fingertips, draw the left shoulder back, and gently release. Let the elbows just drop. Let go of the back of the neck and head. And as it feels good, begin to walk the upper body back up to center. You should moan a little with the effort. Keep the left shin where it is, and then gently bring the right shin in front of the left. Take your time. Ease in. Shoulders draw back, chin lifts, heart opens. So we've done a lot of movement through the side of the body. Let's work into the twist, and then we're going to stretch it all out. Left hand to the right knee. Bend the left elbow. You're already going to feel it on the left side when you twist in. Right fingertips behind you. Get tall in the lift. Bend the left elbow. Look over the right shoulder for the twist. Take your time. The left side is already open. So inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the left elbow and twist. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale into the twist. Keep the grip on the right knee. And then when it feels good, cross the right arm in front of the left. Grab onto the left knee. So now we're crossing the elbows. Bend the elbows towards the floor. Tuck the chin into your chest. It should feel really, really good. Feel the elbows draw down. Feel the shoulders release. Feel the back of the neck let go. The more you pull on the knees, the more you open the space between the shoulder blades. The more you tuck the chin into your chest, the more you open through the back of the neck. Find all those sweet spots. Take 2 full deep breaths. Keep rounding, curling, breathing deeper. Every inhale and exhale. When it feels good, release that grip and walk the arms forward. Take your time. You're easing into your right hip. Bend the elbows down. Let the forehead come to the floor. Let the upper body release as much as you're able. 5 full breaths here. So you're just letting the heart come farther forward, letting the arms stretch, letting the forehead drop, just feeling that the body is easing you in. So you notice that there's an action and energy happening in the right hip, but you're going to be gentle with it. Keep reaching the fingers forward, bend the elbows down, let your head release completely. 3 more breaths. Each inhale and exhale is creating a little space, giving you a little opening. You just have to reach a little farther forward. Feel that the inhale is expanding. And the exhale reaches you a little farther forward. Forehead drop, shoulders to release. Reach the arms forward. Take 2 more breaths. Keep finding a space for the body to let you in. Take 1 more breath. And then slowly start to bring the upper body back up to center. Take your time. Straighten the right leg all the way out to the right. Moan a little with the effort. Straighten the left leg all the way out to the left. A little bit of a groan and a moan is good for the soul. Straighten and windshield wiper the feet back and forth. So now we're in a wide-legged straddle. Flex the toes back. Press the backs of the knees and do everything you can to sit up straight. Now just start to walk the fingertips forward. So the beauty of it is it doesn't matter how far forward the fingertips go. It just matters that at least you let the shoulders drop. So start by letting your head release. Then let the elbows bend. If the elbows get towards the floor, start to straighten the arms a little more. So just keep finding a space where the body can ease you in. That might mean you flex the toes back, kick with the heels. Maybe you just let the forehead drop, the teeth separate, the tongue fall out of the mouth, whatever feels good. Keep inching farther forward. If you're smiling while you're in your straddle, it makes it easier for the tongue to fall out of the mouth. Keep inching farther forward. Let go of the back of the neck, the head, the shoulders. Now 3 focused breaths. Big inhale, the body moves. Exhale, allow the body to lean in a little deeper. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders drop, the back of the neck lets go. You're easing in slowly. Inhale. Exhale, reach a little farther. Perfect. And then when it feels good, slowly just come back up to center. Keep the left leg where it is. You're going to bring the right leg in so that the right foot is inside of the left thigh. Take your time and square the body over the left leg first. So feel that the shoulders perfectly square over the left leg and then just ease in. Now that might mean just thinking about the forehead dropping towards the left knee. Thinking about the elbows dropping on either side of the left leg. Thinking about the fingertips reaching farther, the shoulders dropping deeper. Just letting yourself ease in effortlessly. Maybe you bring the right ear to the left knee. Maybe start walking the right arm farther forward. Finding all these little sweet spots where you can ease yourself into yourself. So you start to feel like you're developing an actual relationship with your own body. So when the sensations come in, you don't feel like they're foreign sensations that are happening to you. You don't feel like your body is somehow punishing you. You realize that it's just communicating with you. So you want to listen, pay attention, and then offer it the energy it needs. So give yourself 5 more breaths. Try to lower the right elbow more. Bring the right ear to the left knee. Flex the left toes back to the face to get more. And just keep inching your upper body farther forward. Just finding all these little sweet spots where the body can let you in. So that might mean you start walking the right hand towards the left heel, lowering the right elbow and shoulder down, bringing the right ear towards the left knee, and then just using that rise and fall of your breath to get you a little more space. Noticing that every inhale and exhale, there's an ease that's happening. and ease that's allowing you in a little deeper. Give yourself 3 more breaths. Lower the right elbow, straighten the right arm, stretch the right fingertips towards the left heel. Take another deep breath. And then as it feels good, slowly and gently, left arm inside of the left thigh. Press into the left hand, feel that the left palm is pressing, and then draw the right shoulder back. Using the energy of the left hand to draw the right shoulder back and then shift the eye gaze up. Then if it feels good, when it feels good, right arm over the right ear, palm facing down, getting that deep side stretch. Press into the left heel, flex the left toes back, draw the right shoulder back, press into the left fingertips. Find all these spaces where you can open up a little more. Chin lifts, look up past the right shoulder, press into the left fingertips. 2 more breaths. Palm of the right hand facing down. Try to get the right elbow closer to the ear. Feel the breath move all the way into the lower back on the right side. 1 more breath. And exhale and groan a little. Let the elbows drop the shoulders. Release the whole upper body. Let's go. Ease in. Then as it feels good, gently walk the upper body back up to center. Keep the right shin where it is. And then when it feels good, left shin comes in front of the right. Easing in. Right hand to the left knee when you're ready. Left fingertips to the floor behind you. Use the left fingertips to lift. And on the exhale, twist. Feel the right elbow drop, the right shoulder release. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, look over the left shoulder and twist. 2 more. Big full breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, look over the left shoulder and twist. And then keep the grip on the left knee. When it feels good, cross the left arm in front and grab onto the right knee. Cross at the elbows, bend the elbows towards the floor. Let go of the back of the neck, head and shoulders. 4 breaths here. Every inhale and exhale, you can let the body release deeper. Feel the shoulders drop, feel the back of the neck let go. Keep breathing. Just notice the body's trying to let you in. That there's this sacred space of opening, this awareness of this opportunity to create the space through the back of the body. Breathe in. Pull on the knees. Draw the elbows to the floor. Look towards the navel. Round the spine more. And breathe into the space you're creating. Take 1 more deep breath. Then gently release the grip and walk the arms forward. So you've already gotten a little action into the left hip. Now you're just getting a little more. Walk the arms forward. One day the elbows touch the floor. One day your chin comes past your left shin. Stretch through the sides of the body. Feel that the arms reaching forward are giving access to the shoulders. Feel the elbows dropping down, giving access to the hips and lower back. Feeling the forehead falling towards the floor, giving you access to the back of the neck and shoulders. And then just keep reaching. Keep finding space where your body will let you in. And just mindful and aware that each breath you take is giving you access to something. Just make sure it's the something you actually want. The something you know you deserve. The something that's creating space and giving you an offering of energy. Take 2 more full breaths. Maybe you can stretch the arms a little farther, let the elbows bend a little more, the shoulders drop a little deeper. Breathe in. Every inhale and exhale, your mind is giving you access, your body's opening you up. There's a space of celebration, opportunity, possibility. All the things you want are happening now. 1 more breath. Reach the arms a little farther. Breathe in. And then when it feels good, slowly bring the upper body up to center. This is the fun part. Keep the right knee where it is. Reach the right arm out to the right. Gently, you're going to bring that left leg all the way back behind you so that now we have the 2 90-degree angles. Left ankle, left knee, left hip. Right ankle, right knee, and right hip. So now ease the body forward. Let the belly come over the right thigh. One day the chin will come right past the right knee and the elbows draw wide and the whole upper body comes towards the floor. Feel that the belly is resting against the right thigh so that you're really creating a space where you just surrender in. Allow the chin to come past the right knee and just take a few breaths here. So there's no rush. You're not forcing into anything. All you're doing is easing the body in. Finding a little space. Maybe starting to look at the right big toe because you know eventually that's where you want to wind up. So think about the right big toe and start to inch closer to it. Visualize the right ear coming to the right big toe. It doesn't mean that has to happen today or tomorrow, but you're going to start working your way there. So look at the right big toe and start to work your right ear towards it. The closer your right ear gets to the right big toe, the more action you'll feel into the right hip. So keep easing and breathing. 5 full quality breaths. Every inhale and exhale, moving a little closer to the right big toe, feeling the upper body ease you in, the elbows draw wide, the shoulders release. And every inhale, a little closer to the right big toe. Keep breathing. So we're not rushing in, we're not trying to force anything to happen, but we're focusing on what we do control. And that's what we create, one breath at a time. It's the ability to keep looking at the right big toe, knowing that the more persistent we are in our approach, the more consistent we are in our attempt, that eventually we will get there. Maybe it's just a matter of believing in our ability enough to make it happen. Keep inching a little farther, working the right ear closer. 3 more breaths. Feel that every single breath is getting you a little closer, allowing you to ease in. 2 more breaths. Maybe the right ear touches the right big toe and you feel this deep sense of accomplishment. And then you realize the ear touching the big toe is not the accomplishment. It's the awareness that the effort you put in, it resulted in progress. It allowed you to get somewhere you didn't think you could be. That is the feeling of success that comes along with every attempt we make. So the attempt is the beginning of success. Ease into the right elbow and the right hip. You should moan a little. Gently, we're going to straighten the legs all the way back so we can come back onto the belly. Groan a little with the effort. Oh, the moan and the groan. Now straighten the arms all the way forward again. Feel the body stretched out. So we've been here before. Now you're just going to reach and stretch and expand the sides of the body as much as you're able. Feel the toes reach back. Feel the heels drop wide. Feel the hips sink deep. Feel that the body is responding to the alignment and the stretch and the breath all at the same time. Then when it feels good, begin to press the palms, put weight in your left hand, and weave the right arm all the way underneath the body. Right wrist in line with the right shoulder. So we got a lot with the wrists and the forearms in the beginning. Let's open up through the back of the body and the shoulder. Right wrist in line with the right shoulder, palm facing up, and then left arm to the floor next to the left side. Make certain the left wrist is on the floor next to the left hip. If it feels like too much, you are always welcome to bend the left knee out, and that will release some of the pressure in the right shoulder. If you want more, you can bend the right knee out to the right, and that will intensify the energy in the right shoulder. Just find what feels good. And then close your eyes, open your mind, and allow yourself to drift into the space we've created. So we started off opening up the wrists and the fingertips, moving the energy through the elbows and forearms, allowing that energy to move up into the shoulders, through the back of the neck. And now we find ourselves in this space where all we need is the alignment of the wrist and the shoulder to surrender the upper body over the right arm and to allow for all these sweet spots to expand and open, allowing our breath to move into the spots that are asking for attention. Just allowing for the space. In every inhale and exhale, the body's opening. That there is access. We just have to open up and allow ourselves in. Give yourself 3 more deep breaths here. And starting to be aware of the rhythm of the breath and how the rhythm of the breath is opening up the body. Just being aware that there is a rhythm and that the rise and fall of the breath is allowing that rhythm to create space and opening in the body. Take your time. Breathe in deep. Ease in so you never feel like you're moving too fast, not pushing too hard, not struggling too long, and it all falls into a perfect balance. Because you're focusing on what you control. All we control is the love we offer, the effort we put in, the attempt we make. What the world does with it, well, we don't have a whole lot of control over that. But we know that the love we offer is an example of what we hold inside. That the attempt we make is the evidence of the belief we have in our ability. And that the effort we put in, well, that's a reflection of the vision that we have, the goal we've set, the dream we have. So the beautiful thing is, if we show up with action, it doesn't require a whole lot of explanation, because the evidence of our intention is in our action. So we never even have to explain a thing. The evidence is apparent in every action. Take your time here. Take one more big deep breath. And then as it feels good, slowly bring the left arm forward and moan with the effort. Gently, slowly bring the right arm forward and groan with the effort. Oh, when you moan, it feels better. Groan and reach and stretch and expand. And just notice how when the body felt like it was a little restricted before, that initial restriction has helped to open you up considerably. So the restriction is temporary, but the opening, well, that lasts for eternity. Press into the right hand when you're ready. Lift the upper body up to center. Start to weave the left arm under. Groan with the effort. Left wrist in line with the left shoulder. When it feels good, right arm by the right side. Take your time here. The right shoulder drops down to the left elbow. The right wrist is in line with the right hip. The entire upper body is easing you into this space. And all you have to do is close your eyes and open your mind. All you have to do is remind yourself of your power. Remind yourself of your purpose. Reminding yourself that right now in this breath, everything is falling into place. That with the rise and fall of this inhale, you're creating space. There's opening, opportunity, possibility. And all you needed was the consistent awareness to allow it to happen. Give yourself 4 more deep breaths. Just aware that the body wants to let you in. Aware that the mind wants to create this space for you. Aware that in this breath, there's possibility and opportunity. And all you have to do is focus on it to allow it to happen. All you have to do is position the body. And once you positioned your body, there was even still room to modify if it didn't feel good. That's with most circumstances in life. That even once we're in it, if it doesn't feel good, there's the opportunity to modify, to adjust. And even if we're not able to modify and adjust the physical circumstance, we always can modify and adjust our perception. We can adjust how we perceive the circumstances around us. We can modify how much we believe in our ability to create change. To show up as the evidence of the intention is always apparent in our actions. Give yourself 4 more deep breaths here. Instead of counting the breaths, just focus on the rhythm. Focus on the intensity of the inhale. Focus on the deep release of the exhale. Just reminding yourself that in this space, the body wants to let you in. You just have to give it the space by letting go. Letting go of our need to control the things out there and investing our energy into everything we can control in here. Give yourself 3 more breaths. Take your time. Rise and follow the breath. Letting the mind drift. Letting thoughts shift. Letting the awareness expand. giving yourself access to the infinite. Keep the left arm where it is. Bring the right fingertips under the right shoulder. Take your time. Gently roll onto the left side with a groan. Oh, you should definitely moan this time. Lean onto the left side. Just take a moment here. So now you've shifted. Didn't take a whole lot of effort to shift, just a simple move to one side or the other. And this shift is going to give you access so we can open up a little deeper into a twist. So take your time. Right leg is the one on top of the left. Straighten your right leg in front of you. So you should look to see that your right toes are not far from your left hand. Maybe they're kind of far, but it's okay. Bring your right hand behind you, grab onto your left ankle, that's the one underneath, and pull it back behind. So now it should feel like your right leg is way far forward, your left leg is far behind. Yes, I know it's a little complicated. Right leg forward, left leg behind. Take your time now, and you're going to gently reach your right arm all the way out to the right so the palms face up. So now the right shoulder drops to the floor behind you. The heart is open up to the sky. The chin falls to the right shoulder. And you should feel like you're looking past your right hand, even if your eyes are closed. Feel the right shoulder drop behind you. Feel your heart open. You should feel like you're twisting your body open. You are. You're stimulating your digestive system, your colon, liver, spleen, adrenals, all of the things that are flushing out the old stuff to prepare for the new stuff. So feel that your body is pulled apart. That's kind of what's happening. That's how you should feel. Give yourself now the deepest breaths possible. So as you look past the right hand, let the right shoulder drop. Expand the belly and the breath through the inhale. Feel the rise and fall of the breath moving the energy through the shoulders. Feel that the arms are reaching out wide, the palms face up, the shoulders drop, everything expands. And just feel that opening in space happening. Feel that the body is letting you in. Feel that the right shoulder is dropping. Feel the chin fall against the right shoulder. Feel your heart open wide to the sky. And just feel that there's a space here. There's an opportunity for an energy that you've accessed and opened up. There's an awareness for this space. And then all you need is the opportunity now to create more space. Let the chin fall to the right shoulder. Feel your heart open wide. Breathe in, ease in. Give yourself about 5 more breaths here. So too often we're focusing on the next thing. Thinking about the list of tasks we have to do, the things that need to be accomplished. And we give ourselves this list of tasks to accomplish and we're not able to focus on this thing. We're focused on where we have to go next, not what we're doing now. So giving yourself this breath and just allowing yourself to be in a space where admittedly it might be a little awkward and confrontational, but that's often what shakes us awake and gives us the awareness that the time right now is what we want to focus on. And using this time to create everything we want and deserve. Take another deep breath. Ease yourself in. 1 more inhale and exhale. And then slowly, you're going to draw the right knee into the body and roll onto the back. Now, you should definitely groan a little with this effort. If you can keep the right knee in and interlace the fingers on top of the right knee, that'll be magic. Keep the left foot to the floor for the moment just to feel that your lower back is settled in. Then hug the right knee in towards the chest. Take your time and slowly straighten the left leg down to the floor. Keep the right knee in towards the chest, letting the right shoulder drop, the left shoulder drop, feeling the right knee as though it's hugging directly into the midline. And then when it feels good, slowly bring the right hand to the pinky toe side of the right foot, right elbow inside of the right knee, and let the right knee drop out to the right. Right heel on top of the right knee draws out wide, shoulders drop, breathe in, half of a happy baby. Allow yourself to ease into the space of the right hip. So we've gotten a lot of action through the hamstring. We've gotten to the inner thighs, the outer thighs. Now opening this space up in the hip flexor. Take a big deep breath. You might kick into the right hand if you want a little more. Pull down on the right foot if you want more. Big deep breath. Always accompanying every movement with a deep quality breath. Then without a slingshot, gently release the grip of the right foot. Take your time. Oh, groan a little and just bring the right foot to the floor. Allow the hips to settle. Feel everything fall into place. And then all you have to do now is straighten the right leg all the way. You should feel a nice opening through the whole right side. A nice tingling sensation moving down the right leg. Feeling like your right hip is releasing. Feel the right foot draw out wide. Feel the whole front of the body open and give yourself a big deep breath. And then when it feels good, slowly and steadily bring the soles of both feet to the floor. Soles of the feet to the floor, arms by the sides. Let's do one set of the scoop and scoot. So the shoulders stay down, palms press into your hands, press into the shoulders, keep the eye gaze straight up, press into the feet, lift the hips, and scoop the hips towards the heels for the scoop and scoop. Enough that your lower back gets flat. Press into the palms, press into the shoulders, lift the hips, and scoot them towards the heels. Now when it feels good, bring the knees in towards the body. You can groan a little. It makes it more exciting. Pull the knees in tight so the lower back lifts slightly, and then drop the knees over to the right. Take your time. You're resting on the right side. Just ease in. The left leg is the one on top of the right, so straighten the left leg forward. Left hand comes behind you and pulls the right knee back. So left leg should feel like it's close to your right fingertips. And then gently reach the right arm out to the right so the palms face up. And eventually the left shoulder drops down. Take your time. Chin falls to the left shoulder. Heart's open wide. Feel your arms draw wide. Feel the breath move through the belly and the body. Breathe in. Long inhales and exhales. Deep quality breaths here. Feel the rise and fall of the breath. Feel the rhythm of the inhale and exhale. And just find a little space here. Breathe quality breaths. Every single breath should feel like an event, especially here in this twist. Every breath should feel like an event. So as you inhale, even it feels like you're restricted and limited until you invite in that extra sip of air, and let the arms draw even wider. The heart open wider. The breath expand you. Every single inhale and exhale is creating space in the body, and all you have to do is let yourself in. So keep breathing. Every breath. Keep letting the chin fall to the left shoulder. Keep breathing. Just finding the space where the body eases you in one breath at a time. You don't feel a need to fight or force. You don't have to muscle or struggle. Just letting the body ease in. One breath at a time. Keep finding space for the breath. Finding an awareness that this breath is moving through channels you're creating in the body. Ease in deeper with the breath. Challenge yourself to take an extra sip of the inhale. And then challenge yourself to spread out a little wider on the exhale. Maybe that left arm reaches out a little farther. The chin drops to the left shoulder. Maybe you might even flex the left toes, kick with the heel, get a little more space, 2 more breaths. So you notice that if you position the body and then you work the breath mindfully, you'll create the space you were looking for. Take one more deep breath here. Just the awareness that the body is letting you in, that there's an opening. The awareness that you're creating space. And in this space, you can create anything else you want. It just requires you to focus. One breath at a time. Take your time here. When you're ready, start to slowly bend the left knee. Take your time when you're ready. Draw the left knee in mindfully, carefully with awareness. Gently, when it feels good, hug the left knee into the chest. Grab the pinky toe side of the left foot with the left hand for half of the happy baby. Work the left elbow inside of the left knee. You might be lucky enough to get a few snaps, cracks, and pops moving through the hip. It's magic. Breathe in. Try to press the back of the right leg down. Feel the left knee drop down. Feel the lower back and the shoulders release. Feel the depth of your breath. How deep can that breath move through the body? How much space can you create? Take 2 more breaths. Just being aware that you can manipulate and move and modify it as much as you need to get the space that feels good to you. 1 more breath. And then whenever it feels good without a slingshot, gently release the left foot. Take your time and just let the left foot come to the floor. So we've done a lot of movement into the hips. We want to give the hips a little time to settle back down so they don't feel shocked. And then whenever it feels good, straighten the left leg and just notice how you feel. Notice the space through the hips. Notice that the lower back is releasing. Notice the shoulders dropping. Just notice. Notice there's a gentle rise and fall of the breath. Notice, is there an awareness of the energy? Just notice. Now when it does feel good, gently bring the soles of both feet to the floor. Make certain the lower back is flat, so you might want to do one set of the scoop and scoot. Palms to the floor, shoulders to the earth, press into the feet, lift the hips and scoot them towards the heels. Big breath. When that feels good to you, gently bring the knees in towards the body. Take your time. Soles of both feet up to the sky. Take your time. And then gently grabbing the pinky toe sides of the feet. Take your time. Ease yourself in any way that feels good. So that just might mean the knees drop, the soles of the feet up to the sky, the lower back certainly flat against the floor. That's the good part. Feel the shoulders releasing into the earth. Taking your time, letting yourself ease in. So you might decide to drop one knee and then let yourself rock from side to side. That's always good. Maybe you want to stay in one spot and grab onto the heels, the ankles, the big toes or the calves, and straighten the legs all the way out wide. That's going to give you a lot of action through the inner thighs and hips. It'll feel really good to release the lower back too. Kick through the heels if you're straightening. Work the toes as close to the floor as you're able. Let the lower back stay as flat as you can. Take another deep breath here. Whenever it feels good to you, slowly bring the knees back into the chest one more time. Hug the knees in tight. Now just feel like you can work to grab opposite wrists, maybe opposite forearms, maybe opposite elbows over the knees, just to give yourself one tight little hug. Chin into the chest, forehead to the knees, then exhale, head and shoulders drop. Hug the knees in, the lower back lifts slightly. Take your time. Exhale, release the grip. Soles of the feet to the floor. Take your time. And then gently straighten the right leg. Gently straighten the left leg. Gently let both arms fall by the sides of the body. Palms face up to receive. And with your eyes closed and your mind wide open, focus your awareness at your third eye. Start to look at the space between your eyes. Even with your eyes closed, as you look at the space between your eyes, you're going to notice there's a lot happening. There's a lot of space, but within that space lies possibility. Within that space lies opportunity. Within that space, you have the ability to focus on anything. Everything you've ever wanted. And within that space, you will find a light shining in the space between your eyes. Even if this light seems like a small flicker far off in the distance, the more you focus on the light that shines from within, the brighter this light becomes. Focus on the light that shines in the space between your eyes. And know that this light is bright enough to illuminate your life. That this light can brighten the lives of the people you touch. And certainly this light is bright enough to guide you toward your destiny. Focus on the light that shines in the space between your eyes and allow your light to illuminate your life and allow your light to light up the world
Mm. Visualize your next inhale, drawing energy from the toes into the ankles, into the calves, thighs, hips, stomach, shoulders, forearms, wrists, and fingertips. Visualize this life force moving through your body every breath you take. From the toes, ankles, calves, thighs, hips, stomach, shoulders, out through the crown of your head. Feel that this life force is rejuvenating and reinvigorating your body, every cell and fiber of your body vibrating with this energy you've created. Wiggle the toes and the fingers, circle the ankles and wrists. Feel that this life force is moving from the toes, ankles, calves, thighs, hips, stomach, shoulders, and out through the crown of your head. Wiggle the toes, fingers, circle the ankles and wrists. And just feel that this life force is coming back into every cell and fiber of your body. And whenever it feels good, begin to draw the knees back into the chest. And whenever you're ready, rolling into a seated space with the legs crossed, the hands at heart center. The thumbs to press against your heart chakra, reminding yourself of your power, your purpose, your ability, the belief you have in yourself, and realizing that all you need is the focus on what you control, what you create. Everything that you have the opportunity to impact and affect now starts with the impact you have on yourself. So just make certain that what you're offering to yourself is so valuable that it's worth sharing with the world. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my energy with you. Blessings and blessings and blessings. Spoken word yoga. Namaste.